G'day guys and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Round 15 kicks off in the NRL this week when the South Sydney Rabbitohs face the Dragons. The Dragons home game at Wollongong on Thursday night. Lots of must-win games for plenty of clubs, especially this game. Some great games of footy. Let's get into this round. As I mentioned, the Dragons at Wollongong up against the Rabbitohs in a game to start off the round. Josh Maguire is out for the Dragons and so is Jonathan Rubin. Moving on to the wing, you've got Ravalawa and Feagai for the wing this time. Josh Kerr has been named as 18th man on the reserves, and the bench of Moses Mbai, Francis Molo, Aaron Woods and Michael Molo, with Andrew McCulloch at hooker. As for the Rabbitohs, they pretty much look unchanged. Their bench is Blake Taff, Mark Nichols, Sylvia Havili and Harmaselli. So yeah, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, they're starting to hit a little bit of form. They're going under the radar, in my opinion, a little bit. They're getting themselves in the NRL ladder into a good position, coming into the back half of the season as well. And as for the St. George Illawarra Dragons, they just don't have much in attack, and Ben Hunt's just carrying them on their back, even though they're not getting victories. And this game's at Wollongong, so the Dragons should be up for a fight, but I just can't trust them at all. I'm going to go South by 14 here. I'm going to go the Rabbits to win this game, 26 points to 12. I just think the Bunnies, they're hitting form at the right time. They're pretty close to getting Latrell back as well. They've had Murray back for a few weeks now from injury, so he's just going to get better and better, and he wants to be in that Blues jersey again for sure. So the Rabbits to win, 26 points to 12. Going to go a bit of a roughie, but I'm going to take their hooker, Damien Cook, another Blue, to score the first try of the match. The next game sees the Manly Seagulls up against the Cowboys. I'm looking forward to this game. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a great game of football. Like the Rabbits, I would say that Manly, for mine right now, are the most underrated team in the comp. Now, Manly, they've only played against some weaker sides, in my opinion, the Warriors and the West Tigers, but they're still getting the victory. Ruben Garrick is doing a really good job at fullback. Cooler scored his first NRL try as well, I believe, on the weekend. That'll give him plenty of confidence. Cherry Evans is back in the halves for this one, meaning that Josh Schuster moves back to the bench in jersey number 15. Ben Travojevic misses out in jersey number 19 after. So it looks like Morgan Harper is in then, because I think he was out. Yeah, Ben Travojevic in the reserves for this one. And then as for the Cowboys, they're playing some absolutely fantastic footy. They're back-to-back wins as well, and just sneaking in that top four week in, week out. But as for the Cowboys, Helam Lukey is out, unfortunately, for the season. Very sad news for the Cowboys fans. And Tom Gilbert is also out for this one. Ben Condon has been named in jersey 18. Jeremiah Nane returns to the back row. Connolly Lemalulu is playing in jersey number 11, someone who I've previously seen in the centres for the club. So interesting change there. Ruben Cotter in jersey number 10. Dearden and Townsend in the halves. Real tight game, this one. Don't go Cowboys 13 plus. I'm telling you, this is going to be a close game. I reckon this could be the game of the round. I really do. And I'm going to tip the Cowboys with little to no confidence. I'm going to tip the Cowboys by 2. I reckon this game will go down to the wire. Huge chance, in my opinion, this game goes to Golden Point, but I'm not going to tip that. I think the Cowboys will win 24 points to 22. I think they'll be a little bit too good, even though they just don't play well when they travel outside of Queensland. But yeah, I reckon they'll get the victory here. And I'm going to go Morgan Harper. Morgan Harper from the Manly Seagulls to score the first try in this match. Next game sees the Melbourne Storm up against the Brisbane Broncos. As for the Broncos, last week, played a great game against the Raiders, a great game of footy, but a lot of injuries, a lot of doubts over this club. Ryan Pappenhausen, a huge in for the Storm in jersey number 21. He has a chance of returning from injury. That would be huge, and it would probably put, in my opinion, Nick Meaney on the wing and probably push Dean Jeremiah out of the side. But we'll wait and see what happens. Katoni Staggs returns to the centres for the Broncos with Brenko Lee, Ezra Mam and Tyrone Roberts, the new halves for the Broncos this week. Corey Jensen has been named in the forwards. I've seen him come off the bench quite a lot. Kurt Capel has been named in jersey number 11 after missing last week. And on the bench, you've got Jake Turpin, Flegler, Palacia and Hetherington. So, yeah, Adam Reynolds out, Herbie Farnworth out. Tough game. But I think at Amy Park, I don't think the Broncos have much at the moment. I think the Storm will be too good. I'm going to tip the Storm by 16. I wanted to see a closer game. I really did. I would have tipped Brisbane at full strength for sure. Even though it's Amy Park, if Brisbane had all their players in, I'd be tipping Brisbane. There's a few games where I have potential upsets, and I don't think with the side that they've got that the Broncos can upset the Storm. So he had a great debut last week. I'm going to go with Grant Anderson, first try scorer. He's playing on the wing this week, I believe. So I think that's a really good move for the Storm. He's in jersey number 5, backing him first try scorer, and the Melbourne Storm to win by 16. The next game sees the Cronulla Sharks up against the Titans. The Cronulla Sharks, they were losing early to the Warriors. I tipped them by 22. What did they win by? 22! 22. I'm just going to say this now. I've been on fire. I've been on fire with NRL tipping. I was on a 22 NRL game streak until these guys decided to not turn up against the Bulldogs. But let's not get into that. I don't want to make myself angry. Let's have a look at these teams. It looks unchanged for the most part. Kevin Proctor has been named on the reserves for the Titans. They pretty much look unchanged. AJ Brimson returns at fullback, making Jermaine Asako go to the wing, and Tino Fasuma Ali is back. So Moe Fotuaika goes to the bench, and that is about it for this one. Dale Finucane has been named in the reserves for the Sharks. I think he's a huge chance of playing. He's in jersey number 19. The Cronulla Sharks, they're finding themselves in a great spot in the ladder. They're $3 to make the top 4. So if you think they can make the top 4, and they've shown that they can, been quite consistent all year. Yeah, I'm going to go the Sharks with another big win here. I'm going to go the Sharks by 18. The Gold Coast Titans, they're definitely going to want to get off the bottom of the ladder, but I think they'll stay there for this round, unless something, a miracle happens. But yeah, I think there's a great chance that the Titans stay on the bottom. The Sharks to win by 18. 32 points to 14 is my score prediction. I'm going to throw a huge spanner in the works and take my first try scorer to be Toby Rudolph. Toby Rudolph to score the first try for the Cronulla Sharks. And I really like the value of Matt Moylan to score a try at any time. A great start from the New Zealand Warriors against the Cronulla Sharks on the weekend, but then unfortunately they go missing. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak has been named on the wing after, I think he was taken off from memory due to injury in the game. Chanel Harris-Tavita, Penne, Louis and Sirenen on the bench. I'll tell you what, Jaden Salmon for the Panthers on the bench. He's been doing a great job on the bench, been really impressed with him. Scott Sorensen's been fantastic off the bench as well. And this Panthers side, they look absolutely ruthless. I can't see anything more than a flogging here. The Warriors, I know they're the home team, but Penrith are going to do a job. This is a full-strength team. This is a quality football side. Penrith to win 30 points to 6. And I'm going to go with Talon May. First try scorer, Talon May. The Panthers to get a big win. And since they're going to score 6, let's go with Tohu Harris to score a try at any time for the Warriors. It says the Parramatta Eels at home up against the Sydney Roosters. Now, I am at Supernova this Sunday meeting a few of my childhood heroes from TV, so I probably won't get a chance to be at this game. Just going to Sydney back and forth, morning. You know, good chance I won't be there. If I'm there, I'm there, but Parramatta have stuck solid with the same side that lost to the Bulldogs by 30. Keep laughing in the comments. You can keep laughing. It's all good. 1 week. 1 week to laugh. Sam Verrill's a huge in for the Roosters in jersey number 9. Tom Opacek has been named in jersey number 18. And also in for the Roosters, Adam Curran in jersey number 22. Their bench, Watson, Hutchinson, Butcher and Baker. Sam Verrill's huge in. Luke Keary also under a lot of question marks after going off in the Roosters Storm with injury. I hope he's okay. I hope he does play, to be honest. Parramatta, no respect for their opposition. I heard we didn't even have a captain's run. That's ridiculous. I don't know if the rumours I've heard are true, but I've heard a lot of things about the lead up to our game, and I really hope there's a much better lead up to the game, not just performance, but a lead up to the game and a focused mindset from the club. And I do believe at home we've been playing some great footy. We were beaten by the Roosters at Magic Round. We're definitely going to want revenge, and I think we can win this game. I think we can bounce back. I think it'll be a very tight game, but I'm going to tip Parramatta to win this one by 4. I have Parramatta probably going around 6 wins to 5 losses coming into the end of the season, which might shock you. I know that is so inconsistent. What the hell? But I do. I just think this side, we'll see. We'll see. There's a long way to go. But Parramatta to win, 20 points to 16. And I'm going to throw a bit of a smoky here. I think he's playing some good footy for the most part throughout the season. Not the best game last week. Kind of like Cleary in Origin. He'll want to respond. So I'm going to take Mitchell Moses to score the first try against the Roosters on Saturday night. And I reckon he could score 2. The next game is the Canberra Raiders in Canberra up against the Newcastle Knights. Canberra, they've been playing some good footy. They had to travel up to Suncorp last week. A bit of a seesawing game, but in the end, the Raiders had plenty of opportunities, but the Bronco were able to hold on in a hard-fought victory. As for the Raiders, Jordan Rapana returns from suspension. Their bench is Starling, Sutton, Harawira-Naera and Horsburgh. As for the Newcastle Knights, who were beaten 42-6 against the Panthers, just no effort in the team performance at all. Hymel Hunt has been named in jersey 22, Adam Clune in 21. So the halves are Milford and Clifford. Ponga at fullback after being taken off last week. I tell you what, I have this as a danger game for Canberra. I really do. I think this game will go 1-12, not 13 plus. I don't think either team will blow the other out of the water, but I have a weird feeling about the Knights here, I really do, but I can't tip them. The way they've been playing their footy, they're not even at home either, and it'll be cold in Canberra, so I think the conditions will suit Canberra, but I think it will be maybe a low-scoring kind of game. So I'm going to go with a scoreline of 24 points to 12. I'm going to tip the Raiders by 12. I have a bit of confidence in the in the Raiders, but not a huge amount of confidence. I wouldn't say that I have none, but I have a bit. And I'm going to go with their fullback from the Raiders. He's fast, he's quick, and he holds the ball like this. Xavier Savage to score the first try on Sunday afternoon. And the Raiders, this is a must-win game for the Raiders. They are just outside the 8. They are going to win this game, 24 points to 12. Who's at the door? Canterbury? Oh, they've arrived. The Bulldogs. What a performance. Congratulations, Bulldogs fans. And this is no sarcasm. What a team effort. Jeremy Marshall-King was outstanding. Paul Vaughan was outstanding. And then the 2 best players on the field, Matt Burton and Josh Adokar, in my opinion, could see them both in Blues jerseys. Awesome performance from both of these players. A whole team effort. Flogging Parramatta, 34 points to 4. Congratulations, Bulldogs, off the bottom of the ladder. Jake Averillo, a great game as well. Entertaining game of footy. The Bulldogs, obviously not the result a Parramatta fan would hope for, but I enjoyed watching how well this team played and how well they gelled together. I've been waiting all year to see this, considering their signings, but they've got the Tigers this week. And on the bench for the Tigers in jersey number 16 is a huge in. And that in is none other than Adam Doueihi. Adam Doueihi returns to the Tigers. Luke Brooks and Hastings in the halves, so Adam Doueihi might come on and play one of those roles. I am surprised that Stafford Toa and Asu Kapoa are in the centres. I would have put Doueihi in the centres and Kapoa to the bench, in my opinion. But we'll wait and see what happens come game day. Luciani Leilua, released from the Tigers, ready to join the Cowboys immediately. We could see him there next week. I think the Cowboys play the Roosters, if I'm not mistaken. Brent Naden is out for the Tigers due to suspension. Chris Patello is out. Matt Duffy has been named in jersey number 19 after a week in New South Wales Cup. Curtis Moran, Joe Stimson, Waddell and Docker Clay making up the bench for the Bulldogs. And then Twal, Doueihi, Sayforth and Famu Brown, who was fantastic against the Bulldogs just a few weeks ago. Tell you what, it's It's going to be a real quality game of football, this one. And the Tigers, they weren't able to score points against Manly, but I don't think the Bulldogs will be as good as they were yesterday. But I'm still going to tip them. And I'm going to tip them 13 plus. I think they're playing some great footy. Addo Carr wants that Origin jersey back. If the Bulldogs can back it up, they can just rise and be these. They can rise. They can get themselves the top of the bottom four, or even. I don't think they can make the 8. Unfortunately, Bulldogs fans, I think you're in too big of a hole to make the top 8. But I'm going to tip you to beat the Tigers. I'm going to go 24 points to 10. It's at CommBank. It's a Bulldogs home game. I'm going to go the Bulldogs by 14, and I reckon that Corey Allen will score the first try of the match. Those are my tips for the round. So obviously there is one game there that I'm a little bit concerned about. Is the Manly Sea Eagles just might beat the Cowboys, in my opinion. Last week I said that if there was going to be an upset, it would be the Tigers. But that week, the perfect round almost picked again. That 23 streak has come to an end, so let's get back on the streak train. Let me know your tips in the comments below. Make sure you join Kahoot tomorrow night as well, and keep an eye out for a supernova little video of some sort I'll post on Sunday. Make sure you check out the schedule on Instagram at The Entertain House, and follow the TikTok Entertain YT. I'll see you guys later.